Speak, which will be accessible free to all students as part of the Odyssey book. Okay, I'll request you all during the next break, which is the lunch break, to go through these two books and any initial observation, comment, feedback. I would love to have an interaction with you all. Thank you very much. Jyoti ma'am, over to you.
Thank you so much. Am I audible? Yes. Great. Thank you so much. And I have been told that we have got paucity of time and we have to break for lunch maximum by 1:15, right? So that we can make it easy for the master class and other things to happen. So I will not take much time. After that, my colleague and friend Sudeshna has a session followed by an AMA with Kanak sir. So I'll start the fireside chat immediately, and I'll take permission to go on the stage. Okay, so I'll request Kanak sir and Shobhit ji to please join me on the stage for this fireside conversation. It is just not a conversation. So please, Shobhit ji, please. It's just not a conversation. It is more about, as we have been discussing, that how we have to ensure that our students get more opportunities, please. Our students get more opportunity to meet people across the boundaries, go and visit places and countries, and understand from where we have to learn from each other, not only inside our country, but from outside also. Along with reaching out to globally to other places, we would also like to discuss something which is very, very imperative, and which is internships. How many of you are aware about internships being mandated by CBSE? If you can just raise your hand and we'll, kind of talk about it. Yes. So for classes 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, it is mandated, right? But now with Kaushal board in place, even 6th, 7th, 8th has to, do at least a week's of internship, and a certificate has to be issued by the school, and the entire information has to be updated on the CBSE portal. So this is something that we wanted to discuss so that you all can take it forward in your schools. Thank you so much, Kanak sir and Shobhit ji, for joining. And I hope my profile is coming good, because I'm very conscious about my profile. Okay? Thank you so much. So Kanak sir, thank you so much for joining, and Shobhit ji, thank you so much for joining. As we have not got a lot of time, but there are some pertinent questions that have to be taken up so that we can guide our leadership over here, how they can talk about global connections, how we can connect with people outside our country, students and colleges and schools, and also about internships, how we can do it. So I'll take this opportunity and start with you, sir. As far as I remember, we had been trying to do university tie-ups since last 4-5 years, and we succeeded in some part and we did not succeed in some part. So we have partnered with higher education institutions such as Ashoka University and Shiv Nardar University in India. There's a process of tying up with Monash University in Australia, which we have heard about, another international university. Can you just share what is the aim behind this, and how are we working around these collaborations?
Sure. So I think collaboration is one of the most important values that we have in the Jaipuria system. It's part of the SPICE framework that we talk about as well. I strongly believe that the best ideas can come from anywhere. I do believe that we need to learn from each other and the world best practices. That was the first thought that we had when we said that we are going to collaborate with universities, because the careers of the future are something that we do not know of. We do not know what do we need to prepare our students for, but we do know that we need to give them skills. The World Economic Forum, when it talks about the kind of skills that would be needed in 2030, you'll be surprised that in the top 10, about 7 of those skills are non-technical skills. They are decision-making, collaboration, leadership, your typical 21st century skills. So the careers of the future are changing. The learning of today is definitely at our schools changing, needs to be enhanced. If our students need to continue their path in universities, they need to be aware of new age universities as well. Not just the traditional ones. The traditional ones are very important as well. But the new age ones, that we probably need more understanding about, that's when we went ahead with the collaboration quest. A lot of the universities, and you mentioned that initially we tried some, it didn't
Yes.
work out, etc. I think we did not understand the purpose as to why we are collaborating. Now we understand the purpose, to give access to our students to new age learning, to give access to our teachers about the kind of research that is happening at these universities, for opportunities for all of us. I think now, since the purpose is clear, there's a lot of clarity as to what we want to do. Yes, you're right. We've tied up in India with Ashoka,
Nadar.
with Shiv Nadar. We are speaking to some other universities as well who are very keen to collaborate with us. In Australia, Monash University, we are trying to develop programs for our leaders, for our teachers, offer opportunities on internships to our students as well. There are many universities in I think in July 25, I was in the UK. I met about 6 universities that we are collaborating or thinking about collaborating with. So there's a lot of stuff happening. The basic idea is to give access to our students, to our teachers, to our leaders, to these universities for exchange of thoughts, ideas, opportunities.
Great. Thank you so much, sir. So, one question from my side is that, just leading on to what you were sharing, as a director who is leading such a large group where around 55,000 students are studying, and I'm sure around 8,000 students are passing out every year from 10th and 12th, what do you think our principals should do to set up good guidance sessions, open for collaborations? How should they take the first initial step towards it?
I think the first step to anything should be unlearning. We know, we've all been through that conditioning ourselves, right? Like we know what kind of careers have been there previously. I'll tell you what I have been doing at a couple of the schools that have reached out to me. I think Preeti ji at Bhiwadi can talk about it. I connected Preeti ji to this man who's sitting right here, because the process of unlearning is important. We come with our own preconceived notions. We understand that, what kind of careers, what kind of futures that there could be there for the students. But with trained and upskilled counselors such as Shobhit ji, they bring in a fresh perspective, not just about those careers and those courses, but unraveling about the student. Because every child, it's very fancy to say, right? Like every child is different. Every child has their own unique skills. But to actually give those opportunities is a lot of effort. I'm very happy that it's happening at our schools, where we want to focus on every child. To scale it, we need to unlearn first. To scale it, we need to educate ourselves as to what could be, and then start ensuring that even at middle level, at teacher level, at parent level, most importantly, those communications start happening.
Correct.
Those are the important bits. So if you ask me, what am I doing? I'm doing this, where I'm unlearning, I'm absolutely letting go of my inhibitions. And there will always be a personal side to it. For me, the personal side started when my daughter, who's now 16, she started asking this question, why should I go to college in the first place? This happened almost 3 years ago, because she started her own ventures fairly young. And I was very, very nervous about it, that why would she not go to university? Why would she not go to college? But the more I let go, the more I understood that, she has her perspective. It's our job as parents, as educational leaders, or just as adults in this world, to provide them the right opportunities for themselves to unravel.
Super.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Moving on to you, Shobhit. You are, a career guidance counselor and a spiritual psychologist, and you are connecting to students all the time. My question to you: today's students are no longer choosing, linear career paths. How do you see career trajectories evolving, and what does that mean for how schools should prepare students? Because our leaders are here, and they would need some guidance to prepare the students also.
Thank you for the question. Thank you for the question. We are living in a time which is evolving all the time. It is interdisciplinary. And so there's going to be a time where we would children would be a part of job roles which don't even exist today. And thus, linear paths make children unidirectional. But when you have a multifaceted role in terms of different skills when they imbibe, then they are able to dabble with a number of opportunities. So as I talk about career, a career is not about job fulfillment, but it is about life fulfillment. And a career is made up of multiple jobs. So linear trajectories, they take children to one specific profile, one specific role, which is a one specific skill set required, like we talk about KRAs and job roles. But a career is much more than that. You switch from one job to another job to realize that career dream. And when children come to me in today's time, I don't say that you study commerce, BBA, and MBA. I don't say you study medicine, and then medicine. It could be anything. For example, one could be a lawyer and a psychologist. One could be, let's say, an actuarial scientist and could be an entrepreneur. So that is the kind of time that we are living in. Also, I want to add on to what Kanakji said. It is very important that now we align school with university and the corporates. Recently, I was at Bhiwadi campus and we did a career fair. And the Hero Honda Group national HR was there. And he said that we're looking for people who are skilled. Last year, Delhi University, top female student, she couldn't get an internship. It was out there in the newspaper. She was high on academic merit, on academic strength, but she lacked skills. So there we go. Are we preparing children to get great ranks and great marks, or are we preparing them for the word called life? Because a career is not just academic strength, but a career is a blend of your money, but at the same time, what you do with the money is also very important. It's made up of multiple things, and I say it is not just academic, but it is social, it is spiritual, it is physical, it is personal, which is also related to family. I would like to talk about 2-3 things over here.
Sure.
This girl from Lucknow got 96%, right? And she said, I want to become a doctor in 12th. Father said, I have 3 daughters. I can't spend 1.5 crore on your medical education, beta. The girl said, no, Papa, I want to become, and I know I'll qualify. But the father said, if you get through a government college, very nice, otherwise I cannot. So 3 years, she was not able to do it, and they came under depression to me for career counseling. Now, what do you call this? Another case. This is a life case that I'm handling. This girl who got 94% in 10th from a very bright and a big industrialist business family of UP. They got her daughter admitted in a dummy school after 10th. She's in her 12th currently, under depression, coming for career guidance. So success is not, the equation success is not rank or your marks equal to success. No, it is a combination. And so universities today, whether these are liberal universities that Kanakji was talking about, or these are these global universities, they're looking at holistic profile of a child. And holistic profile building begins quite early on.
Correct.
It is not a one-year thing that a child comes in class 12, and so now the profile is built up, whatever he needs, he'll get up. No, it doesn't happen that way. And therefore, careers are not linear now. They are non-linear, and it needs to encompass everything. The educational system, you have the foundation, the primary, middle school, and the senior school. The 18-year structure talks about, and the NEP, I've got the NEP actually. I study the NEP also. Page number 15, point 4.2.3. It clearly lays down 20 parameters for a child to be successful and happy at the global level. And you'll be surprised to learn about that. One of the points is, which I really love, is global citizenship education. And so what is the child, how is the child doing? Does he have any experience of global citizenship culture, the nuances attached with it. It is just at the knowing level. Maybe we all know what is the right and the wrong, but are we doing it? Okay, we have done it a couple of times, but are we being it? That is where we need to bring to our children so that they succeed and be happy at the global level. They live fulfilling lives personally, and they also contribute to the world meaningfully.
Superb. And while you were talking about these 20 points, there was one question that came into my mind. How can the schools, help systematically help students to build this clarity of interest and purpose? Because many of our schools and the counselors are not aware of how to do it and how they can become better mentors and better career counselors at the school level, which is very important, especially from a little, class 6 onwards, middle school onwards, so that the students have got a clarity of what they want to take ahead in the life.
I think it's a very important question. And so career psychology says, in fact, psychology says that the cognitive development of a child, if given complete exposure, the perfect way of developing your child, by the age of 15, the child is able to create a solid identification of their own self in terms of what they like, what they don't like, what they're good at, what they're not good at, what is their personality about, what they stand for, and they have an opinion about everything. But if we meddle in the process, if we interfere in the process, do this, don't do that, they are not exposed enough for whatever reasons parents have or whatever the conditionings, the boundary settings are, then that maturity, that cognitive maturity would extend. And it could even extend till the age of 55.
Wow.
And we see examples in the society. So it is not about the physical aging of the body, but it is about the cognitive maturity that needs to come in. And that will come with experiences. So the Jaipuria school diary is a classic example wherein they have written clearly till grades 6, 7, these are the number of activities that the school is offering, and grade 9 and 10, and these are the activities that the school is offering. So I always question parents. And I question the child when they come to me for career counseling. I say, beta, tell me, how many activities have you been a part of? And I ask the parent, tell me how many activities you have allowed your child to be part of, or you have encouraged your child to be a part of. And so when we do that, then we are embedding these systems of getting greater clarity. So we have to enforce this realization deeply to every child from class 6 onwards, I would say, about the importance of participating in multiple activities. Try every musical instrument. Then you decide you like it or you don't like it. Try every maybe sport activities. Then you decide you like it, you don't like it. At least you have an experience. Today I say, for example, a mango tastes bitter. I'm an authority, I'm a teacher, and I tell my students, mango tastes bitter. Will they agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Disagree. Why?
Already tasted the mango.
They've already tasted the mango. So that's the truth. What is it? It is the truth. The entire world standing on one side and says, mango is bitter. What will happen to the child? If the child is 100% convinced, do you think he will agree or disagree if the entire world is one side? That is the kind of deep conviction I'm talking about, and it only comes through experience. So experience is a beautiful gift. We should allow and encourage every parent and child to exercise that gift. A cultural exchange, it is about debates, sports, stargazing, butterfly, being with nature, blogging, writing, trekking, listening. Listening could be such a beautiful activity. I know students who came to me, asked, what are your interests? He says, watching video games, not playing video games. So on YouTube, you have streaming video games where you just watch them. And I was just wondering to myself, why would this be of great interest to a child, and how possibly I can link it to a career, and this is something which is evolving as an interest. And it so appeared that the child is fascinated with coding and the child is fascinated with design. But here the point comes. Here the point comes, which is another system that I want the schools to inculcate, is parent education.
Yeah.
So that child's parents are businessmen, and they had created a roadmap for the child that the child has to take commerce, and then he has to do BBA, then join the family business. He'll do an MBA from a reputed college, maybe not an A grade. Even if he does it from a B grade, it's fine. And he will join the family business, and that's great. And they're super satisfied with that. Is it right?
No, not at all.
Are we not limiting? Are we not creating boundaries for the child's potential to bloom? And so maybe at the outer exterior, it sounds perfect to the parent that the whole purpose of education is the child to earn money for himself or herself. But my question is it really the purpose of education, or the purpose of education for parent is to enable the child to take responsibility of your own life?
Own your life. Correct. Very true. Very true. When you're talking about experiences, one thing came to my mind is, sir, that, you have studied internationally, you have worked internationally also. So how do you see international university exposure shaping students' aspiration differently from traditional Indian pathways? Because that's one way of saying it also. And I have a leading question also, but first you answer this question.
No, ask both together.
Okay. So this thing is that from an institutional lens also, when you see successful school-university partnership happening, like maybe in another 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, how do we prepare this entire room prepare for it, including the corporate office?
So, I think one of the biggest things that we are looking at is curiosity in our systems, in our personnel, in ourselves. I think that is, when you have that curiosity, you learn a lot from the international universities, international collaborations. The best thing that I have found so far is that they are more curious than we are about us, about our processes, our students. I think that has helped a lot because, well, globalization is no longer a buzzword, it's a reality. I strongly believe in India. I strongly believe that this is the land of opportunity. And I am not talking about just our sanskar and our sanskriti. I genuinely believe that this is a land of the future. There is so much happening. If you would put me anywhere on the planet today or anywhere in the solar system, I would be in India. I would be doing exactly what we are doing right now. Because I believe that the opportunities and the impact that we have right now is unprecedented. And it's a great confluence of everything. So that curiosity of building a global world right here is there. There is technology which is sort of fast-tracking the entire thing. We need to I love Gen Z. The current generation, I absolutely love them. They are curious. They are very humble. They are very, very respectful. Contrary to what generically all of us keep on saying is that अरे एकदम काम नहीं करना चाहते हैं, मेहनती ही नहीं है, दिन भर फोन देखते रहते हैं. Well, we need to reflect, look at the mirror ourselves as well, as to हम ये सब चीज़ें कितना कर रहे हैं, हम कितने मेहनती हैं, हम कितना ज़्यादा let go कर रहे हैं, नहीं कर रहे हैं. I think those things are very, very essential for us because we become Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Know-it-all, where we start becoming prescriptive to the current generation, and that's where the dissonance happens. Anyway, the reason I say I love Gen Z is that I am learning so much from them. And when we are developing processes, their agency at our schools towards our processes, towards what we need to do, is unprecedentedly higher than we've seen in our school systems previously. And not just our schools, I see at schools across the country, the agency that this generation has is unbelievably good. So, I am very, very positive that the world is going in the right direction. I am very positive that with the curiosity that we hopefully will have as going forward, but the curiosity that a lot of the universities have towards us will help us fast track that global world.
Correct.
For us to understand as, school leaders at, say, MR Jaipuria schools, I'm going to use this word again, that we need to unlearn. I think, there's so much impetus that we've given on ourselves because, that feeling of I have arrived is always there once you are in, a designation. This, I don't believe in designations. I don't understand designations, but I don't look down upon it. Obviously, it's important to people and it's their personal choice. However, that learning quotient should be there. Now, more than ever before. Because in the last 20 years, the world has changed 3 times over. The first big change happened in 2012 when my very good friend Mark Zuckerberg decided to open up Facebook to everyone in the world. No, Mark Zuckerberg is not my friend, it's just a joke. In 2020, when the pandemic hit us, and then very rapidly in 2022, the world changed again. When, again, my very, very close personal friend Sam Altman decided to release ChatGPT to the world. Again, Sam Altman is also not my friend. But the world has changed thrice over. What that has done, and Shobhit ji would probably be able to explain this better, the prefrontal cortex of our younger ones stopped developing the way it should. Their cognizance of the world changed. The reason as to why the prefrontal cortex was not developing is that they became not just tech savvy, they became tech natives. And that led to a lot of change within their understanding. The reason as to why the perception of a Gen Z is very different, these are the reasons. Are we as leaders okay about understanding, empathizing, and adopting all of these in our being? If we are, we will understand them better. If we are, we'll build global workplaces, global universities. If we don't, then we will always find fault.
Very true.
If we don't, we will always look down upon everything that is not natural to us. सर ये भी गलत है, सर वो भी गलत है, सर ये जनरेशन ही खराब है, सर पेरेंट आकर बोलता है, सर आपने तो ये बोल दिया करना है, लेकिन सर पेरेंट बहुत बदमाश है. पेरेंट बदमाश नहीं है, स्टूडेंट बदमाश नहीं है. शायद मैं आलसी हूँ, शायद मैं नहीं सीखना चाहता, लेकिन अगर मैं सीखने के लिए तैयार हो जाऊं, मैं अपने आप को बदलने के लिए तैयार हो जाऊं, तो शायद we will be able to give those opportunities that हम लोग तीनों स्टेज पर बैठकर बहुत अच्छे से बोल रहे हैं, but actual में हम लोग देने लग जाए अपने बच्चों को.
Superb. And I completely agree with what Sir said and what Shobhit ji was just saying about Generation Z. We keep on telling them that अरे इस generation को तो कुछ भी नहीं आता, इस generation से तो होगा नहीं. So these are some sentences and phrases we should, kind of stop saying, because believe me, they are much ahead than us. And the way they are working in the corporate office, in other organizations, and when we have these conversations with them, they are so enlightening and enriching also, because they are making them see at a world which we never even envisioned, and they have started seeing that world. So yeah, we should have that change in thought process also. So Shobhit ji, when Sir was talking about how we have to kind of change our perspective about Gen Z and how we have to think make thinking different. You were talking about that yesterday. You told me that there's a CV you would like to show. Can we have, Narain ji, can we have the CV that I sent? Yeah. So while we are going to reflect the CV on the screen, you just let me know that generally in our organization we keep on thinking about a lot of things, and we keep on talking about board marks and results, and we need it because we want to highlight and gain admissions, all the schools. So beyond board marks and board results, what are the top differentiators that universities now look in students? Because many of us are not aware about it, that what are the universities looking out in the students for? So that is something that I think most of my friends over here would like to know from you.
This is another very important question. And so academic consistency is what these liberal universities and these global universities are looking from grade 9 to grade 12. So definitely you need academic strength. But beyond that, when you have similar profiles, they're looking for intellectual curiosity in the child. And we'll have this CV that will come to demonstrate all of that. Independent thinking is they're looking for students who could be agents of change. Why would a university give his or her reputed seat to one child over the other if the child is not able to make an impact, maybe in the community, maybe in the country, maybe at the global level? So they want to give that seat to that child who's going to be an agent of change. And so they're looking at leadership roles, his ability to initiate. Okay, so here is a profile one student. Could you just go on the top, please?
Top of it.
Yeah. I am a high school student with an inclination towards entrepreneurship. I aspire to make an impact in the world by tackling environmental and societal problems. Now, wow. Yesterday, Kanakji was talking about these two important things, and this child, in 2021, this child had put in his application. He got through Yale, NUS, Singapore University on scholarship. This is the application that I'm presenting here. Education, given CGPA 10 on 10. But then beyond that, what are his personal interests? Look at the variety in his resume.
Shobhit,
Public speaking, reading.
Can I ask you real quickly? You said that the child got into Yale and US, very, very reputed universities, right?
Yeah.
They would have looked at the CGPA more or the other stuff of this child?
The other stuff of the child, because when you have thousands of applications of the similar nature, what is the competitive edge?
Correct.
And so this is the competitive edge. And today the child, he's running a business of Ittar, sourcing it from Kannauj. He's named it Noore, selling it in Singapore, opened a company in Singapore, working in HSBC Bank.
Wow.
At a starting salary of 50 lakh rupees per annum.
Superb.
At the age of 23.
Superb.
So, economics, music, graphic design, number of languages the child could speak when he was 17 years old. Hindi, English, French, Spanish. Academic honors, so everything that the child does in school, it has been documented. So, this child was interested in studying abroad when he was in grade 7. I know the journey because I had been the career counselor for this child. And his father wanted him to appear for IIT, JEE, because father knew that he could definitely get into it. He said, no, I don't want that life. I want to enjoy a little bit. And father said, beta, kam se kam exam to de do. Pass ho jaoge, we'll be able to show it to our community. He remained quiet. He had come to me. And I said, where is your heart? He says, I want to study abroad. I want to apply for this. I said, then go ahead, but you have to take your parents into confidence.
One second.
Yeah.
I just want to ask one question. Is it so that at times children feel going abroad is very fancy, vis-a-vis studying India in those, age-old traditions, even if they have the caliber? Do sometimes you feel that? Is it so?
Would you like to say it in the mic for the greater audience to benefit?
This is coming from my very personal space. Of course, we give an open choice to our children that they can do whatever they want to do in life. But sometimes, is it so that going abroad has become very fashionable and they are, lured by it? They just want to go, just like we go on trips and holidays abroad, they're happy about it. So they want to go and study abroad also because they want to live in London and not in India. And for that sake, it's okay. Parents will be ready to spend the money. Okay, go get a global, degree and come back. If you want to come back, if you don't want to come back, stay there. But is it actually being guided only by a desire to get that education or the fancy world? Vis-a-vis, even if they have the capability to do these JE or whatever.
So this is a spectrum. This is a spectrum. Majority of them, they go for the reasons that you mentioned. Also, I want to bring to your notice, please be aware, just like in India, you have a grade C university, grade B university, you have such cadres even abroad. Whether it is UK, EU, you pay and you get admission. So when you see a career fair, please beware. When you see a career fair out there in your city coming up in Taj Hotel, in this hotel, that fancy hotel, and these number of foreign universities coming, please ensure, are they doing like a degree shopping there? You pay this much of money, and let's say the program is for 60 lakh rupees, and you'll get a scholarship of 10 lakh rupees on what? On what basis? That's discount. Pardon? See, there you go. So are we preparing our children to be on merit, or are we preparing our children to enjoy life, to go on an excursion, like a gap year? And I know students, especially from Haryana side, Punjab side, wherein they go to Canada because, and Canada is a very lucrative study abroad destination.
Correct.
They actually go there to earn money. So on the pretext of taking admission in a university, in a C grade, B grade university, they don't go to the university to study, but rather they earn money there, and somehow they're able to pass through that university and come back to India, or given an opportunity, stay back there. So it's a very murky
Sure.
land also. And
Shobhit, can I just quickly
yes.
add to what you're saying? So Gunjanji, the question that you raised is very, very relevant. See, admissions remains the holy cow of most of the education institutes system where you want numbers. To paint that brush and say that all universities abroad are good is wrong. They also have vested interests where they want to get students in. It's your job and my job to ensure that our students have the right guidance about the universities, about the colleges. So we have to be very careful about it, number one. Number two, I never made it to the IITs and IIMs. I have the privilege and the pride of actually going there and conducting sessions now for the students and faculty on a regular basis. I have noticed this now going to the IITs and IIMs. The students qualify very, very well. They are very good with these competitive exams because they've gone to the coaching centers and they've done well to qualify for these places. I have spoken to, I think, close to 300 odd students on a very personal basis over the last 6-7 years since I've been going to IITs and IIMs. They would all have an amount of resentment towards the parents, and I would always say that there has to be an upper age limit as to when you stop blaming your parents for everything. But they have qualified for these exams. They don't know what they want to do later. They absolutely are lost about it because someone told them that this is your golden ticket to success. कर लो बस, IIT निकाल लो, उसके बाद IIM निकाल लेना, क्योंकि अगर IIT निकालोगे तो IIM निकालोगे. Replicable skills, right? And then a word which gets thrown around a lot, passion. तुम धीरे से ना अपना passion भी discover कर लोगे. Passion, I feel, is the most overused, and like, you know, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a wrong word, but it's a word which gets misused actually. You will not know what your passion is unless you experience multiple things. That is the reason as to why at Jaipuria we have access to so many activities, so many opportunities, and not just focus on academia. So, even the IITs, IIMs, the students don't really know why they are there. That 1% that everyone gets highlighted is not a representative of everyone else. The foreign universities, the good ones who want to do well, there are new age universities outside of India, there are new age universities in India. If we want some things to happen and if we believe that they will add value, why would we not counsel our students that go there?
Correct.
But if someone, like he said, that there's a murky world, who want to just fill in their numbers, it's a pay as you go. Sudhaji was saying that you can buy an MBBS degree in many parts of the world. Well, it is, I would take it a very big responsibility of this room to make sure that that doesn't happen to our students and to the society at large. All of you are educational leaders. Talk to your contemporaries in and around, I think that will make a lot of difference.
I want to add on to what Kanakji said with an example. I happened to visit, as a counselor, you get invited to these prestigious universities. So I visited Ahmedabad University, and the student who's from Hisar, he's finished his BSc in mathematics, and he's got a full scholarship to study in Hong Kong, full scholarship, but then he's not taking that up. And I asked him why. He says because he wants to be a public policy administrator in Hisar after graduation. And that's the career trajectory shift, non-linear career that these liberal universities are gearing our children for. And such a bright child, barely 21 years old. There are examples from Flame University, from Plaksha University, wherein I met children and they got admission in IIT, but they chose the liberal universities over IIT to be a part of it. So this is something that has mushroomed after 2020, after the NEP, and it's brilliant. So this is another point of education that parents and children need to understand the difference between a liberal university and a traditional university.
Shobhit, on a lighter note, मेरे से तो मत मिलाना है, ऐसे achiever students को बहुत complex हो जाएगा मिलके इनसे.
Thank you so much. And that is why we keep on insisting on creating digital profiles, asking students to, keep on participating in activities, create these profile with them. Not only sports में जाके एक race जीत के आ गए या एक art competition जीत के आ गए. Value adding. What are they doing? Are they really value adding on their profile or not? Are they doing something different or not? And for this, you all have to prepare your teachers and students to, kind of push into it. And I'll ask, to Shobhit ji first, give me one action point for all the principals here when they go back to the school, one thing that they should immediately start to ensure that the students are choosing the right career path. What that one thing should be?
To select the right career path for the child, understanding the interest areas, understanding the aptitude areas. So potential is a combination of interest and aptitude. You need both of them to discover your potential. And activities are endless. Activities are endless. So helping the child to discover a list of activities he or she is interested in, a list of activities he or she is good in. There's a difference between liking and being good in something. And a combination of the two is going to be the potential area, which is developed through profiling. And you need a professional help to do that. And that is what I would recommend. And that will enable to get successful students who don't dodge their choice of subjects in class 11th.
Correct.
And also, that will make parents happy and put children at peace, at ease, than being anxious or getting that anxiety of subject choice selection, what to do, what program to select after class 12. So that is the first thing. And for that to happen, your children need to participate in n number of activities. Please encourage that. And let not only marks top, the child has to top in class 5, in class 6, that's not important.
That's not important, yes.
That's not important.
Thank you so much, Shobhit ji. Kanak sir, I know we are just finishing off. One thing that we have, so just to share, you all know that we have gone to universities like Galgotias and Banasthali and LPU for recruitment. So how do we encourage our students to become part of universities where they get better placements, and how we create this balance, or should I say 6-7, to become, do the right choice between a global university or an Indian university, thinking that we have this opportunity at both places, in India also and outside also.
So I think a lot of the Indian universities, even the traditional ones, are doing a great job. Like, they are also trying to alter their processes and enhance it. We, as education leaders, we need to walk the talk. It's not okay just to be in this room और हम लोग बहुत अच्छी बातें कर ले, right? Like, ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, ये गलत है, वो गलत है. सही क्या है वो हम नहीं बताते हैं. तो सही ये है कि we walk the talk. we actually explore these changes for ourselves.
Correct.
And we talk about it to our teachers, to our parents, to our students, not defensively, but trying to educate ourselves and to them as well. It's not okay just saying that, पर मैम पेरेंट तो बस आईआईटी चाहता है, पेरेंट तो बस चाहता है कि बच्चा किसी तरह मेंस निकाल ले फिर देखी जाएगी. मतलब we also need to walk the talk where we not stubbornly but empathetically counsel every stakeholder who's associated with us.
Thank you so much. And I'd like to conclude. Thank you so much, Kanak sir. Thank you so much, Shobhit. I'd like to conclude and say some of the principals in this room are trying to walk the talk, what as Kanak sir is saying, because they have started exposing and giving the opportunity to the students to take up skill development subjects in 9th and 10th. If you can raise your hand if you are having skill development subject in class 6, 7, 8, 9th and 10th. There is, and which is fantastic. And in 11th and 12th, you are going beyond the borders of those 5 subjects for IIT and, for PCM and PCB, and trying to give an opportunity that the student can pick up entrepreneurship, pick up tourism, pick up health and beauty also, so that every student has got an opportunity to fulfill, to choose a career path which is not linear, right? And become better. Thank you so much. It was wonderful chatting with both of you. Thank you.